Welcome to the Youth Knowledge Break, organized by the partnership between the European Commission and the Council of Europe in the field of youth. A series of online conversations about the role of evidence, research, and knowledge in the youth field in Europe today.
Welcome to this Youth Knowledge Break number 2. This is going to be a short knowledge break, and it's an inspiration one. We would like to share with you one of the first tools about youth knowledge that we have thought about, and that is Youth Research, the Essentials. So we've invited today the 3 co-authors of this publication, and I go immediately to them, and I invite you to tell us about yourselves and about the tool.
Okay, my name is Ariana Ignatovic, and I'm one of the authors of the publication Youth Research, the Essentials, and we are pleased and honored to share it with you today, together with Slađa Petkovic and Marina Galstyan, with the coordination of Davide Kapeki, contribution of several members of the pool of European youth researchers. We teamed up to develop this publication, and we are going to share it with you today.
Thank you, Elena. And can you tell us a little bit more what this inspiration is about and where did it come about?
It would be me. Anyway, thank you, Lana. Thank you for having us here. I would like to mention that this publication was firstly presented in June 2019 during the Regional Youth Knowledge Forum, which was focused on youth research in Southeast Europe. But we are happy to present it to the wider audience at the European level in this regard. This publication is not aiming to obviously present, any comprehensive overview of youth research across Europe, but it inspires to, let's say, answer basic questions related to the concept of youth, also related to the definition of youth research. It also provides insights in the theoretical inputs and backgrounds and contexts, but also it discusses questions related to the link between youth research and youth policy context. The publication is also talking about the strategic frameworks of respective European partner institutions. And it mentions some of the quality standards of youth research, especially focusing on ethics. In the end, it also raises a bit of challenging questions and things to that we need to keep in mind in the future, regardless of the level of governance that we have in mind.
Thank you, Slađa. And now to go a little bit deeper into the publication, I will hand over to Marina to tell us maybe 5 brief points about the content.
Hello, everyone. I am Marina Galstyan from the Pool of European Youth Researchers. I am glad to share with you more about content of the essentials. First of all, in this publication, we present discourse surrounding the concept of youth. Today, the age range 15 to 29 is often used across Europe. Youth research is multidisciplinary. Psychology, sociology, political science, social policy, cultural and gender studies, anthropology have all contributed to its development in some way. Methodologies such as questionnaire surveys, focus groups, desk review, semi-structured interviews are all ways to collect data and help us understand youth-related issues. Ethical principles should be incorporated into the entire research process, from the choice of its theme and research questions to decision of methods in interpretation and use of results. The Council of Europe formally identified a need for youth research since 1967. The EU Council of Europe Youth Partnership role related to knowledge on youth originated from 2003 research agreement between the European Commission and Council of Europe. The fields of youth policy and practice in Europe are becoming increasingly aware of the importance of embracing a knowledge-based approach, and that solid research must sustain decisions and provide evaluation of policy and practice implementation.
Thank you, Marina. And maybe Elena could tell us a little bit more about who is this publication for and how can it be used?
Thank you. Research on youth is becoming increasingly recognized as a necessary companion of effective and impactful policy and practice. Thus, we developed this publication with the aim of making youth research more accessible and better understood by the general public, as well as helping professionals, youth practitioners and policymakers gain a better understanding of the purpose, scope, and usefulness of sound evidence on and from young people. The publication also emphasizes that young people are an important part of our society, and we should understand their reality in a very systemic way. So the booklet could be used when designing policies, interventions, programs, projects, activities, just to check whether what is being done for youth is of some help for them, and to what extent these interventions are helpful. The publication, the C publication, is a very helpful tool when also monitoring and evaluating youth policy and practice to assess the implementation of youth policy and practice goals and objectives, to see how they are met and how youth can respond to it.
Thank you. And Slađa, any final tips or motivation and inspiration for the youth field on how to use the essentials?
Yes, absolutely. We would like to point out that our idea was to create a publication which will be user-friendly, which will be very easy, and handy reminder. And we also hope the inspiration for the practitioners, but also the policymakers and our fellow colleagues, youth researchers. But regardless of the sector, and role that you are playing in the youth field, we hope that you will be simply inspired, and that this booklet will help you to get more curious about the role of youth research, and basically to think on how can you implement it, or how can you improve your practice by building evidence or using evidence which are already there. So overall, we simply hope that it will be really inspire the better understanding of the role of youth research as well as its implementation.
Thank you, Slađa. Thank you, the three co-authors. Thank you, Marieta and Lana, for preparing and co-facilitating this, the preparation of this video. The Youth Research, The Essentials, is one of the three publications that we have. One other one is already published as well, is Youth Policy Essentials, and very soon we will be publishing Youth Work Essentials. And we encourage anyone in the sector and beyond who wants to have a really basic understanding of what we are talking about, what directions we are working on, have a look on our website. It's downloadable. We've tried to project it several times throughout this short video. And we also invite you to address the authors with questions you might have at the moment of publication of this video. So thank you very much, and let's see each other at the next knowledge break. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
We hope this knowledge break session helped you learn more about the role of knowledge in supporting youth policy making and youth work practice in Europe.